Forecasted high of 79 and a low of 50. Have a good one. Here's the latest news from CNN News Briefing at 3:27 a.m. today.
This news briefing brought to you by ZipRecruiter.
Good morning, I'm Christine Romans.
I'm Dave Briggs. Time for the 5 things you need to know for Friday, September 27th.
How was the person of the game the whistleblower? In the old days, when we were smart, right? The spies had tricks in them. We used to handle it a little differently than we do now.
President Trump reacting angrily after the public release of a whistleblower complaint. He suggested execution for whoever spoke to the whistleblower. The complaint accuses President Trump of pressuring the leader of Ukraine to interfere in the 2020 election, and it alleges the White House covering up, shifting records from one computer to another, and not for the first time.
A record low number of refugees will be admitted to the United States. The Trump administration says only 18,000 refugees will be allowed in the next fiscal year. Some in the White House wanted to let no refugees at all. This is an all-time low.
2 more deaths related to vaping, bringing the nationwide total to 13 in 10 states. The CDC says there are 805 confirmed and probable cases of lung illness associated with e-cigarette use in 46 states. That is up from 530 cases just last week.
Chicago teachers set to walk off the job as early as October 7th. The teachers union voting Thursday to authorize a strike by 25,000 educators. 360,000 students could have to miss classes.
Jennifer Lopez and Shakira are teaming up to headline the 2020 Super Bowl halftime show in Miami on February 2nd. J-Lo says fans can expect an explosion of fun and energy from the 2 performers. Count on that. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Dave Briggs.
And I'm Christine Romans. More on these stories all day on CNN. And for the latest headlines, go to CNN.com.
Still is some magic.
From NBC Sports Update at 10:06 a.m. today.
Your NBC Sports Radio update starts now.
Thursday Night Football kicked off Week 4 of the NFL season last night. The Eagles beating the Packers 34-27. Philly improves to 5-0 on Thursday nights under head coach Doug Peterson, who's looking to ride this win to continued success.
Having to come on the road Thursday night, team that's undefeated, playing extremely well at home, and to do what we did, hopefully it gives us momentum. It gives us a little shot in the arm now. We get some time off to get these guys healthy, and we got a home game coming up. But couldn't be more proud of the guys, the locker room, for playing for a full 60 minutes, and very proud of the guys.
A scary moment last night. Eagles cornerback Avonte Maddox was carted off the field after taking a hit from his teammate Andrew Sendejo. Maddox did have movement in all his extremities and was said to be in good spirits after the game. Elsewhere, Melvin Gordon reported to the Chargers yesterday, ending his holdout. He is not expected to play, though, on Sunday. Major League Baseball, the final weekend of the season is here. The Cardinals host the Cubs. St. Louis, a game up on Milwaukee for the Central Division. The Brewers are in Colorado. Cubs manager Joe Maddon says his team will field a competitive lineup this weekend, just not with most of the regular star players. He also doesn't care if the Brewers or anyone else complains about it. Over in the AL, the Indians are in D.C. to face the Nationals. Cleveland trailing the Rays by 2 for the second wild card. For the Nationals, they're only a game up on the Brewers for that top wild card spot in the NL. Back to the AL wild card, the Rays are in Toronto. Tampa, a game back of the A's, will continue their series in Seattle. Get all your scores on the NBC Sports Scores app. I'm Scott Seidberg, and this report is brought to you by Farmers Insurance.
Farmers Insurance knows the difference between a car hitting your bumper and a clown car hitting your bumper. Because at Farmers, we've seen them covered.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance, Exchange Sense, and Sports not available in every state.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So much about this game.
From the Denver Post at 5:30 a.m. today.
Good morning. It's Friday, September 27th. I'm Crystal Oren, and here are today's headlines from the Denver Post. It'll be a mostly sunny day with a few afternoon clouds and a chance of a stray shower or thunderstorm. High is 79 with an overnight low near 50. Our top story is Denver restaurants are becoming a lightning rod in the debate over the city's proposed minimum wage increase, which could raise the hourly pay floor to more than $15 by January 1st, 2021. Last week, Mayor Michael Hancock and Councilwoman at Large Robin Kniech proposed raising the Denver minimum wage from $11.10 to $13.80 per hour starting January 1st, and then to $15.80 an hour starting in 2021. As Josie Sexton reports, if Denver City Council passes the proposal, employees who receive tips would make $10.78 as of January 1st and $12.85 by 2021. The current tipped minimum wage in Colorado is $8.08. The Colorado Restaurant Association opposes the proposal for two main reasons, according to CEO Sonia Riggs. In an email, she said, first, the speed with which this hike would be implemented is extreme. $4.77 in a 15-month timeline is significant. Second, this hike will further increase the earnings disparity between servers and kitchen staff. So in the case of the restaurant industry, this proposal actually hurts the people it's trying to help. In education news, officials with the Douglas County School District have decided to test education as an alternative to suspending students caught vaping on campus, though requiring students to stay home is still an option. As Meg Wingirter reports, the district and the Douglas County Youth Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition are trying out a diversion program in which students will take classes about substance use and complete community service. The hope is that students will learn to deal with stress or other factors that might contribute to using nicotine, alcohol, or other drugs. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Colorado has one of the highest youth vaping rates in the nation. According to the 2017 Healthy Kids Colorado survey, about 27% of high school students in Colorado reported they had vaped nicotine. In local news, Denver's average first frost usually comes around this time of the year, either in late September or early October. As Chris Bianchi reports, while neither a frost or a freeze appear to be in the cards over the next week, now is the time to prepare for the end of a growing season along the Front Range. Temperatures below 28 are usually associated with a widespread killing freeze that can kill perennial plants and crops. The National Weather Service suggests covering up plants when the temperature is at frost level, which is between 32 and 36 degrees, and bringing plants indoors when the mercury falls below the freezing mark. And in sports, Andrew Wingard is preparing for the emotions he's sure to feel Sunday. As Kyle Fredrickson reports, the rookie Jaguars safety began his football journey at Ralston Valley High School. And on Sunday, he will run out from the visitors' tunnel onto Empower Field at Mile High to face the Broncos. Wingard is an Arvada native who starred collegiately at Wyoming. He's filled 22 ticket requests for friends and family, with a whole bunch of others buying their own seats. Wingard said, "To come back and play at Mile High with my family and friends there, it's just gonna be super cool. I remember being a kid playing 20 minutes from that stadium and just chasing my dreams." That's all for today. Subscribe to the Denver Post to get more on these stories and all of our coverage. Right now, we have a special offer for our listeners. Try us for 3 months for just 99 cents. Go to denverpost.com/audio deal. That's denverpost.com/audio deal. Have a great day.
From Sky News at 11:18 a.m. today.
From the Sky News Centre at 6, an MP who received death threats overnight and whose constituency office has been attacked says the fiery debate over Brexit risks causing further violence. Jess Phillips says comments from Boris Johnson, such as surrender acts, are not helping. She says politicians on all sides need to moderate their language.
We are stoking it up. Our politics is stoking it up. Boris Johnson currently has a strategy to stoke it up. So I think that there is a very real possibility of further violence.
A 36-year-old man has been charged over a disturbance at Miss Phillips' constituency office yesterday. A mother who's admitted murdering 2 of her children and conspiring to murder 4 more has been told she could spend the rest of her life in jail. 35-year-old Sarah Barras pleaded guilty to murdering Tristan and Blake Barras, who were 13 and 14, in Sheffield in May. Family member Brandon Machin, who's 39, admitted the same charges. Our reporter Katerina Vitozzi was in court.
There was little emotion from Brandon Machin as he gave both his plea and heard the words from the judge, but Sarah Barras sobbed throughout from the moment she came into court to the moment she left, while several of her family members watched on from the public gallery.
More than 100 Thomas Cook staff have backed legal action against the collapsed travel firm to try to recover lost wages. A former manager claims workers made redundant haven't received their salary for 3 weeks. Prince Harry says it's been quite emotional retracing the steps of his mother, Princess Diana, 22 years after she walked across a live landmine field in Angola. Saudi Arabia is opening itself up to foreign tourists for the first time. It's offering visas to 49 countries, including the UK. And Sony and Disney have announced a third Spider-Man film, which will be released in July 2021. Disney's Marvel Studios will continue to produce the Homecoming series. That's the latest. I'm Tanya Snuggs.
From Global News at 6:16 p.m. yesterday.
This is Global News in a minute. U.S. President Donald Trump says the Democrats are disgraceful for pursuing an impeachment inquiry. Trump is lashing out about Thursday's hearing on Capitol Hill into a whistleblower complaint alleging he tried to pursue Ukraine to investigate Democratic rival Joe Biden. The number of cases of a vaping-related breathing illness in the U.S. has jumped 52% in 1 week to 805 confirmed and probable cases. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the death toll from vaping-related illnesses has also risen to 12, with the most recent reported Thursday in Mississippi. Medical examiners say a girl who was shot in the head by a stray bullet as she sat at her home computer in suburban Chicago has died on her 12th birthday. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office confirms that Kentavia Blackville died Tuesday night in hospital 24 hours after gunfire broke out onto her porch and a bullet went through her window. And Amazon has launched its first celebrity voice for Alexa, actor Samuel L. Jackson. For $5, Alexa users can now ask Jackson to sing them happy birthday or tell them the weather. For more news, visit globalnews.ca.
From Fox News at 11 a.m. today.
Neither side is budging. Lisa Brady, Fox News. House Democrats ratcheting up allegations over the president's Ukraine call while he continues to push back. Fox's Rachel Sutherland, live in Washington.
Lisa, accusing the Trump administration of a cover-up. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said Attorney General William Barr went rogue in the Justice Department's handling of the whistleblower complaint.
He has for a long time now, and since he was mentioned in all of this, it's curious that he would be making decisions about how the complaint would be handled.
Meanwhile, President Trump continues to attack the informant, writing on Twitter, sounding more and more like the so-called whistleblower isn't a whistleblower at all. The president also suggesting a spy, leaker, or political operative was feeding information.
Meantime, Rachel, Congresswoman and Democratic presidential hopeful Tulsi Gabbard just announcing she now supports the impeachment inquiry. A former cop takes the stand at her own murder trial in Dallas, describing what happened the night she killed a neighbor. Fox's Jeff Manasso has this live.
Lisa Amber Geiger cried on the witness stand as the former Dallas officer described entering her neighbor's apartment thinking it was hers, that he was a burglar, before she opened fire, killing 26-year-old Botham Jean last year.
So all this stuff about being a sad mistake, at the moment in time, when rubber meets the road, when you pull that trigger, you intended to kill Mr. Jean.
Yes, sir.
The defense giving the jury the option of manslaughter, criminally negligent homicide, or murder. Lisa, she could face up to life in prison if convicted.
Thanks, Jeff. The CDC just confirming that THC products might play a role in the vaping-related illnesses and deaths under investigation around the country. Still no single link to every case, but most patients have used products with THC. America's listening. Fox News.
The following message is brought to you by TD Ameritrade. So you've done a ton of research on a trade, but you can't decide if you want to go through with it. TD Ameritrade's trade desk might be the secret to figuring it all out. Just go to tdameritrade.com/trade desk to see how they can help gut check your trades. Member SIPC.
The former head of North Carolina's Republican Party will admit lying to federal agents in the bribery probe of a major political donor. The plea deal remains sealed, but court documents show that Robert
Robin Hayes is now scheduled to enter a guilty plea next week, acknowledging false statements to the FBI. Prosecutors say Hayes was involved in an insurance executive's plan to funnel campaign contributions to the state's top insurance regulator in exchange for special treatment. Students around the world skipping Friday second week to demand action on climate change.
Tens of thousands of students in New Zealand kicking off a second wave of so-called climate strikes.
What do we want? What do we want it?
This was Tel Aviv, Israel.
I'm here to show my anger, and I will keep to do that until Israel makes real action.
Protests spreading west through the day. In Rome, the crowd chanting, "If they block our future, we block the city." In London, Simon Owen, Fox News.
Students in those Italy protests symbolically torching a replica of planet Earth. Good news for fans of one superhero.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
Sony and Disney just announcing that Marvel Studios will continue to produce the Spider-Man Homecoming series. The third film in that series, starring Tom Holland, will be scheduled for release in July of 2021. A previous deal expired, and there had been reports the company were struggling to reach agreement on sharing the character in the movies, leading to fears Spider-Man might be dropped from the Marvel universe and a fan-driven push on social media to save Spidey. Stocks turning lower, the Dow's now down 84 points. Brady.
The following message is brought to you by TD Ameritrade. When it comes to investing, each of us does it our own unique way. Some of us want to go it alone. Others might prefer some guidance. Regardless of your style, TD Ameritrade is always creating new solutions to help you. From their award-winning technology to personalized guidance, they have everything you need to invest on your terms. Visit tdameritrade.com/YTDA to learn more and get started today. Member SIPC.
From the New York Times briefing at 3:51 a.m. today.
From the New York Times, I'm Michael Romero. It's Friday, September 27th. Here's what you need to know. The whistleblower complaint at the center of the impeachment inquiry described an attempt by the White House to conceal records of President Trump's phone call with the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. During the call, Trump pressured Zelensky to investigate his leading Democratic rival, Joe Biden, as he repeatedly emphasized America's financial assistance to Ukraine.
Yesterday, we were presented with the most graphic evidence yet that the President of the United States has betrayed his oath of office. Betrayed his oath to defend our national security, and betrayed his oath to defend our Constitution. For yesterday, we were presented with a record of a call between the President of the United States and the President of Ukraine, in which the President, our President, sacrificed our national security and our Constitution for his personal political benefit.
The complaint was released just moments before the Director of National Intelligence, Joseph McGuire, who had initially refused to release the complaint, testified before the House Intelligence Committee.
So you went to the subject of the complaint for advice first about whether you should provide the complaint to Congress.
There were issues within this, a couple of things. One, it did appear that it has executive privilege. If it does have executive privilege, it is the White House that determines that. I cannot determine that as the Director of National Intelligence.
But in this case, the White House, the President is the subject of the complaint. He's the subject of the wrongdoing.
During the testimony, McGuire acknowledged seeking permission from the White House to release the whistleblower's complaint, despite the fact that the President himself was the subject of the complaint.
As I said in my opening statement, I believe that everything here in this matter is totally unprecedented.
The Times reports that the whistleblower, who remains anonymous, is a CIA officer who once worked at the White House.
It's a loss of a yard there, now second down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down
a private meeting with aides at the United Nations, President Trump compared the whistleblower's sources to spies. according to audio obtained by the Los Angeles Times, and went on to seemingly threaten both the whistleblower and his sources.
Here he goes, Julian Edelman. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play
During a news conference on Capitol Hill, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said that the impeachment process would be methodical, open-minded, and fair.
There is no rush to judgment. In some ways, we are a jury, open to what might be exculpatory or not. But every day, the sadness grows because the disregard for our Constitution that the President has becomes more clear.
For more on the whistleblower's complaint, listen to today's episode of The Daily. Just tell your device to play The Daily. That's it for today. I'm Michael Obama. See you on Monday.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Did you know the U.S. recently became the world's largest producer of natural gas? Plentiful, reliable energy is helping power human progress. Test what you know about energy and learn more via your Amazon smart speaker. Say, "Hey Alexa, open Chevron Energy Challenge."
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Black market. None of it is the normal nicotine juices that people are saying that's killing people.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on
if it is the nicotine that's killing people, why have I not been dead yet?
You got to get points.
Why aren't my friends dead yet?
But you get points. You feel.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. And he's going to go down again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now Edelman. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Pure Loxy stuff out of 1 second. I think that was my attention.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 33. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet.
34-0 the final.
This game's over. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon
and Danny Connor,
saying so long, everybody.
We'll see you next week.